Hey Capricorn, this is your tarot reading for the month of May. Capricorn, what I'm picking up is that there's a situation involving a decision around children or having a child. And this energy could be playing out many different ways. For some of you, it could be you and your partner or your significant other had been planning to have children, or you or your partner wants to have children, but somebody is opposed to it. Like you're both are not on the same page, but somebody's not being honest about the fact that they don't want children. Like when you're talking with your partner, they might be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, children, yeah, let's do it. Let's start planning our family." But on the inside, they're like, "I don't want this." But they're not going to speak up and say anything. They're just going to go along, when deep in their hearts they don't want any kids. But again, they don't know how to say that. They don't know how to, or they may not want to. They may just be going along just to keep you around, knowing that they don't have any intention on seeing this goal through. But again, they're not going to say anything because they don't want you to break up with them. They don't want to lose you. For others, it could be that someone had a child and the person that they were in a relationship with is now out of the picture, leaving them to raise this child alone. And some of you are very upset about that. Some of you may even want to get back at this person. You want to, get your own karma. You don't want to wait for karma. You want to get your own karma. That would not be a wise decision. Let this play out. By all means, try to, talk to the other person and see reason and try to talk it out as logical adults. But try not to get in your feelings and let the situation escalate. There's just a lot of energy around youthfulness, children, having children, thinking about having children. And like I said, for some of you, this is going to be something happy, something to be happy about. But for others, it's going to be a situation that leads to like problems in the family. Like I said, the energy plays out different ways for different people, but this is what's coming through. For some of you, some of you want to have that "I told you so" moment. There are some of you that kind of had a feeling that this relationship wasn't all that it seemed, and that the person that this person was seeing wasn't all that they seemed. But with young people don't listen. And sometimes young people need to learn things the hard way. So Capricorn, if this is you, this is just a lesson that you had to learn the hard way. If this is somebody in your family, this is still a lesson that they needed to learn the hard way. And it's hard because we never want to see the people that we love, go through anything, but that's just life. Nobody goes through life without going through anything. And again, Capricorn, you may be called to be the leader of the family to kind of help out in this situation. Some of you are having trouble facing this situation. Some of you just need to take back your power. Some of you are just too emotionally invested in this situation and it's draining you. You need to take back your power. You need to pull back and you need to remember who you are and not get caught up in regret and, "Oh, I should have did this or I could have did that." Again, unfortunately, that's just the way life is. In order for us to grow, sometimes we have to go through things that are uncomfortable. On the bright side, though, is that some of you, this isn't for some of you. This is going to be a positive situation. Some of you are going to be happy to plan a family. But for some people, this is not going to work out well. Um, and again, it's Capricorn. Some of you saw this coming. You knew that it wasn't going to work out. And some of you, like I said, want to have that I told you so moment with certain people. Don't do that. Again, just be supportive. And I always say that to Capricorn, just be supportive. Just help out, where you can, and just be supportive. Because again, when you're dealing with youthful energy, again, the lessons aren't always learned easy. You can't just say, this isn't going to turn out well, and then, young people believe you. Young people need life experience to hang their decisions on. So until young people get a certain amount of life experience, they just don't want to hear everything from us. And sometimes it's better you can still say something, but like I love you, and I just don't think this is going to work out, but I love you, and I'm going to support you through this, and you'll see that on the other side of this, that I was right, and that I was just trying to love you and protect you. That's like the best response that you can give at this point, because you don't want to make this situation any more tense. You don't want to make it any worse. But yeah, it's just and if some of you are feeling overwhelmed by the situation, again, I'm picking up is because you kind of saw it coming, and then you were helpless to kind of like do anything about it. Or some of you feel bad because you feel like you didn't see it coming, and you feel like, well, I'm normally a sharp person. How did I miss this? Like how did I not pick up on the fact that the person that I'm with, like, is on a completely different page than me? Like, how did I not see this? Take the time to really learn from the situation, and if you keep a journal, look back on the journal, because it's good to learn from your mistakes. It's good to wonder, like, how did I get here? How did I let this happen? So that way you learn how to let it not happen again. No matter what, everything is in divine order, Capricorn. However this is playing out, like I said, for some of you, this won't be too bad of a situation. For some of you, it will be kind of hurtful. But overall, I'm picking up that you guys have a lot to be thankful for. And again, life is about learning lessons. Life is about growth. And sometimes the process isn't always easy. But for those of you, thinking to start a family, continue to think that, especially like with everything that's going on right now, with the quarantine and everything, like, don't let that stop you. Just be smart about it, be logical, be smart, and definitely plan. Don't, do anything off the cuff. Family planning is definitely something that should take a lot of consideration. But that's the energy that's coming through, an energy of just children, youthfulness, new beginnings. And like I said, some people may not be on the same page. Some people may not be honest about wanting children. Just have those conversations, have conversations. Sometimes it takes conversations to get people to open up and say how they really feel. Sometimes you need to ask people, well, how do you feel about this? Like, I know I'm excited, but how are you feeling about this? Am I jumping the gun? Like, sometimes you need to be open. The communication needs to be open to getting somebody else's perspective, instead of just saying, oh, this is a great idea, we're going to do this, this is going to be so great for us, and you never once stop to get this other person's perspective. Because what I'm picking up is not that this person is meaning to be a trickster or meaning to be dishonest. They just never felt like anybody gave them the opportunity to be honest. Or that them being honest was going to make them out to be the bad guy regardless. So again, keep the lines of communication open. And really talk it out. But that is the energy coming through for you, Capricorn. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.